Okay,
Here we are.
Happy Christmas Eve on FMC Podcast
Yeah.
3.
Here we are.
Innit?
Number 3.
How famous are we, by the way, as well? Because I went down the beach and now we're getting asked about when the next one's coming out by your mates.
Being mobbed. But I tell you, I've had so many of the lads reach out, just go and listen to the podcast, loving it. You two are fucking the bomb.
Because we're cousins from afar. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
Some
it.
prisoner of my long-lost family would have been sent over and then they've got some sort of relation to you now anyway. So we're happy days, me and you.
Made some bricks for us and built some buildings.
Right, obviously, it's Christmas Eve, and I don't know about you, but I've got orders from the wife. I've got to wrap presents, Christmas turkey to prep, go and shop and buy more presents, get more food. So I'm thinking, to get me out of all that, we'll just do a 5-hour show today.
Yeah, just smash it out. Smash it out. We do a Christmas Eve lunch, so we're I'm counting down the moments till that sweet ale hits the lips.
No, well, I don't drink like you do, really, but Jesus, in fact, I do drink, don't I? Because I've always got my brew.
Yeah.
That's all.
I saw a video from the other night where it looked like you'd had a few brews.
I admit, honestly, and that's you lot's fault, your problem. I was cream crackered. But I tell you what, there were value for money in that. It cost us something like $60, which is like 30 quid. £30, and I were there from 12 till 5. I ate, I drank, I danced. I won nothing on the raffle, so my mum was absolutely fuming. Won nothing at the raffle.
Yeah.
And I had made zero effort whatsoever on the Christmas.
Ah, well. Can't win them all.
You can't, mate, but the Christmas, what do you call it? Get dressed up for Christmas. I had nothing, so I just had to put an old Barley shirt on. Yeah, so... that didn't work either. So.
Hey, but nothing more Christmas than barley.
Exactly. Nothing more Christmas than having your Christmas dinner down at the beaches, though. Can't wait for that.
Brilliant.
Cannot wait.
Only way.
Shall we dive into it anyway? Obviously, we'll start as we mean to go on and go with last week's news. The way I'm looking at the news.
Let's rip in.
The news in football at the minute. Usually at this time, they're going on and on and on about January transfer window, aren't they? But there doesn't...
Yeah.
I don't know what you feel like, but I don't feel like there's loads of noise.
No, there's not. There doesn't appear to be any big names that are being tossed around.
Why do you think that is at the minute? I know I'm thinking it's because I just think clubs haven't got the money. Either they haven't got the money or they're just being a bit more... it's been a bit... crazy, hasn't it, of late? The last few years, people going crazy, and I think they just haven't got the money anymore.
Yeah, I think so, and it's a bit of a topsy-turvy season too, like where everyone's sitting at the moment, and the movements, and some, as we've spoke about, Villa and Palace being punching above their weight. I think it's I don't know if people are scared to make moves.
No. Is there anyone? I know, like, no matter what, anyone is available at the right price. Don't care who you say is unavailable, unbuyable, unpurchasable. Anyone is available at the right price, at a cost, as with all things in life. Is there anyone that people like who's shouting out where you go, wow, that's a world beater and you've got to go and get him? That I don't feel like there's that magic person out there for anyone really at the minute.
I don't feel like it at the moment. I think if what's it going to take? Someone to try and lure Haaland away from City with stupid money for there to be something crazy, and that's not happening.
I know. I don't see it. But it's going to be an interesting one. I think there will still be bits of movements. I honestly don't think there's going to be any weird surprises in this one. There will be, that we've said that on here, obviously, but I just don't feel like there's going to be any crazy surprises. I think the ones that are going to go are the ones that we probably already having an inkling of it, but there just doesn't seem to be a great deal of them, really.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Totally with you.
I looked at, obviously, last week's results. Should we have a look at those ones? Going through there?
Yeah, let's check them out with some crackers in there.
I don't think we were too far away last week.
No.
I'd have to rewatch what
If we were
we
in a
said.
tipping comp, we would have been killing it.
I don't think we were too bad at all, really, with that one. So what I'm going to do is, who was the first game?
Newcastle Chelsea 2-2.
We didn't get a draw, did we? We didn't say a draw for that one. We didn't say a draw for that
Newcastle were up 2-0 after 20 minutes, and Chelsea clawed that back. That was an interesting game. Probably a good point in the end for Chelsea at St James's Park.
Do you know what? On that one, that Nicola, is he called Voltemada, however they say it, Nicholas Voltemada.
Yeah.
That they got, obviously, the Isak replacement. What's your thoughts on him?
Yeah. Oh, look, he goes okay. He's probably better than Isak at the moment because poor bastard's got a broken leg.
Bloody hell, yeah, exactly. I feel sorry for him.
And we'll talk about those fucking Spurs cunts in a minute. But, look, he goes all right.
Go all back and keep your Christmas spirit going, bruv, yeah?
Yeah. You know, he's not going to be a world beater, but, you know, he's up the front. He's doing his job.
I think I look at him and he's one of them that I never heard of him before. I'm guessing most people, especially in England and Australia, had never heard of him. If you have, then you're taking a very sharp view on. I'd never heard of him. Yeah. So I've got to give him props on that. He actually looks like a good player. Will he ever get to the heights? Christ knows. If coached right and, you know, gets the time and the credibility. But he scored 2 again. He's popping up with a few goals. Newcastle are not really doing much anyway. You know, I think they're lower part of the table anyway, aren't they?
Yeah, where are they sitting now?
But there's
11th. They are
11th, so they're just below. But like 1 win and 1 loss, depending on who was around you. You're straight back up there, or you're straight back down there. It's mad.
Well, that's it. There's 3 points between 13th and 7th.
Yeah, it's a close one. I'm loving how competitive it actually is, to be fair.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
That guy, I've got to give him props. I think he's come up with the goods. He's got a few goals and that. He looks busy. He looks lively. My only problem when I look at people like him, yes, you can pop up with a goal, which is fantastic. That's his job, as Roy Keane would say. That's all he's got to do. But I always wonder, if you were a centre-back, would you be scared? Or would you be thinking, fuck me, I can't be arsed playing against it? Because I always think the nightmares that defenders have are those ones who bully you out of it. You know, give you where you feel like you're in the match. They might not even score. My team, Bolton Wanderers, had a player up front called Kevin Davis. No one liked playing against him. But he didn't score a lot, but no one liked playing against him. And I always think, players like him, are you coming off that field thinking, I didn't enjoy it, and I don't see him like where he gives you nightmares. That is that type of player.
Yeah.
But if he could put a bit of metal into himself, maybe he would do.
That's it. But
we'll see.
Yeah, he's done all right for him.
He's done all right up to now. The other guy, just to mention on that Chelsea game as well, and I keep seeing him, and I think he's a fantastic player. He's just another one who's been hampered by injuries. Is Reece James? I think he is.
He scored, didn't he?
Football player. He scored, yeah. But he's
scored,
playing, which I find weird. Obviously, you being a Liverpool fan as well, and having the Trent sort of right back turned player from a right back position. Reece James now he's actually given a license to go wherever he wants in a way.
Yeah, it's a bit more freedom.
Mad. Yeah, and I'm thinking, I love it. I actually love it. I love that sort of expression. I'm thinking, have they been rigidly told to do that, or are managers going backwards a little bit? Not backwards, but backwards to go forwards, as in saying, go and express yourself. Go where you feel you need to go. It's not a case of, right, this is exactly what the structure. You have got that flexibility. And I think that flexibility is key. But it's just interesting because they used to always have that flair player. Every team sort of like a Messi role where you're a luxury player. A lot of teams had that luxury player who said, you can do whatever you want, but everybody else has to stay fit. And that player was always sort of up front or striking. Now it's the right backs or the left backs. And I find
well, if you've got the right player, like Liverpool had with Trent, who can track back, you know, not the greatest defender, that was clear, but he'd always be back. after being right up there ripping the ball in. And just to have that extra attacking player while still having a defender in your team, what a bonus.
Pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
They must do some kilometres in a game.
I mean, I think it was Michael Owen who said at the minute, or he said like over the last sort of, I think it was 10 or 15 years or so, that they're more athletes than they are footballers. And I kind of agree with it. I think there is an element of it coming back now. You know, that there's a bit of, we've got to blame Pep for that sort of rigidity. It suited him. You know, people sort of tried to copy him and they've been very, very rigid, as in, you know, overloaded with data. But now I just feel like it kind of is trying to come back a little bit, which is exciting. And if you're doing it from a right back position, you're going, well, let's just get entertained everywhere. That's all we're paying money for, is to be entertained.
That's it.
Are you entertained?
Well, it's better football to watch, isn't it? Much better football to watch. Especially if you're watching a game that you don't support one of the teams. You don't want to watch as the next game, Bournemouth-Burnley 1-1 draw.
I know.
You want that excitement. And as much as, you know, hate United and don't particularly like Fulham, that 4-4 game 2 weeks ago, it was just entertaining football.
I know. That one.
That's what we want.
Getting on to United and Villa, I thought was a fantastic game of football.
Yeah, cracking game.
It was a really good, you know, United in the first half did play very well. The problem is they've just not got that killer instinct. And they're prone to just carrying on being shit. Like, you can have all the possession you want. The Uniteds I remember in sort of like the 90s, I don't remember them ever being, and if you listen to them, they never played people off the park as such. They were just a bunch of ruthless cunts who just got in there and scored.
Yeah.
You know, and they did what they had to do. If you listen to them, they didn't really play people off the park for 40 games a season. But they won. They were winning 1-0, 2-1, things like that. And they'd have an odd game here and there. But no, they just haven't got that killer instinct. I just think there's a lot of bullshit and bravado with them.
I find every game I've watched with United this season, even if they're in front, I feel like they're one bad pass away from it being a draw or a loss. They just, and it's, I think, as you say, it's that killer instinct. They just don't look like a world-beating team like they were.
I know. I think they're miles away from it, though, me. I'm not just saying it because I have a mini hatred for United because we're Northern and mini jealousy, probably, because of all the success that they had. But I just think they're light years away from it. And I'm not convinced that guy is the right guy, Amarin. I don't get him.
Nah.
I don't get where he comes from. I'm not. I think he's one of them who's a decent coach. I look at it and I just think to myself, what is wrong with British managers where they have to bring someone like that in from the Portuguese league? I just don't understand. Like, you've got the Eddie Howe's, what's he called now at Forest? Sean Dyche. You know, honestly, for me, we're United. You've got to remember where you are right now in that minute, right? They're not a Champions League team. And they weren't, I know they pretend they are in the mind. I would have gone for someone like a Sean Dyche or an Eddie Howe or someone like that to get them to sort of like that level for the next sort of five years. And then you get an elite level coaches in sort of a Sam Allardyce. To get them out the shit.
I think it's... I think it's what we've talked about before, though. Some of these European leagues are not as strong as the Premier League now, and they look for managers in the other European leagues, and they might be flying and winning the Dutch league or the fucking Norwegian league or something, but it doesn't always translate to the Premier League. So, and you know, in a lot of cases it has, and you know, there's a lot of international managers who have done incredibly well, but you know, someone like him out of Portugal, like, I don't know if winning the Portuguese league, where that sits in England football, but surely it's championship or below.
I just think there's a hell of a lot more credible British managers knocking about in sort of the English Prem, the Championship. They're there or thereabouts, or even in sort of like the United and Liverpool sort of youth teams. or the sort of reserve teams and stuff. There'll be people back there that I think are just as credible, and I think Premier League has got to realise that there's a lot of them managers that I think, well, I've never even heard of you. So what are your real credibilities doing it in this league? They've not even managed in Spain or Italy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's it.
Come on. I mean,
yeah, but they've stuck with him.
They've stuck with him. I know, and fucking whatever. It's up to them. I hope they do. But I look at just to go off the Prem a minute. But I look at Bayern Munich, who are flying, and I look at Harry Kane because I think it's just fantastic what he's doing there. Obviously, he's the fastest to 100 goals in Bayern's history. But their manager is Vincent,
which is
Kompany.
Mental.
It's mental.
Yeah.
But Vincent Kompany, who's obviously getting a lot of plaudits now because of what he's doing for Bayern. He got a lot of plaudits at Burnley when they were in the Championship, but then Burnley went straight back down when he got them up to the Prem. Now, I can't just blame him. There's only so much he can do with Burnley as a club and a squad and a team. But I go, is he that good as a manager? I know he was a great captain, player, and leader in the dressing room. Where's his credibility? Is he that good? And it's mad because you could say the same about Zidane, because I don't think Zidane had managed many people before Real Madrid. So I'm going, well, would they have been able to do it with, this shit United team that's been shit for a long time?
With the Forest Green Rovers. How would they go with them?
I know. Would you? But even if you'd have put those people, like if you'd have put a Zidane into United, would he have got them any better? I'm not. The club is fault.
Well, they took Mourinho there. They didn't get any better.
I love Mourinho. He's just shit, aren't he? But right, anyway, Brighton and Sunderland. I didn't see that 0-0, and I'm glad. And I think
I'm glad I sat that one out.
I did, yeah. I'll tag you in for that one next time, but I didn't watch either. But Sunderland surprised me because I think they've been flying high. But it's a funny old place, Brighton.
Yeah.
You just don't know what team you're getting with them at the minute. Not so sure.
That's it. But it did Liverpool a favour because we're too clear of Sunderland now. So thank you, Brighton.
Yeah. Well, Sunderland actually might just start finding the place a little bit now. I think they've overachieved, but they do look good. I think they've overachieved, and that's not disrespectful to them. I think they wouldn't, if they'd have carried on riding high. It was only so far they could go with that.
Yeah.
Natural energy, natural momentum was key in what they were doing. I think that's probably been broken a little bit now, but I still think they were there or thereabouts. Still, if they can finish mid-table, fantastic that for them, wouldn't it?
Oh, huge effort if they finish mid-table.
Big quality that, and I'd like to see it. To be fair, City, no surprises with that one.
Yeah, just rolling. Haaland's just doing stupid things.
See, have you watched them though? Actually watched them as well, and they're pinging it about again like the City of old, but with a little bit of extra about them now. For me, but when they were doing it I used to watch them. I used to have season tickets for City back in the day for business and stuff, and so I watched a hell of a lot of City, and there were some fantastic times, like great times. But it got a bit boring. Do you know what I mean? Like it was as if it was too easy in a way. But there weren't as much sort of excitement, and it seemed very rigid how they were doing it. No, I don't feel the rigidity with them. I think there's a lot of flow and interaction and swapping around it. There is a little bit more entertainment about them.
Yeah, they're looking the champions for me.
No, Arsenal though at the minute are just not fucking up. They're not doing them. I don't think they're playing fantastic. I think they're just not fucking up.
Nah. Good mate of mine, shout out Solo, who is a listener, said to me the other day, Arsenal at the top of the league is like a Christmas tree. It comes down not long after Christmas.
That's a definite Aussie way of saying things. I love it. Go on, man. He's getting on the show soon.
I thought that was brilliant. I said to him, I'm mentioning that this week. That is just gold. So, yeah, mid-January, I'm predicting City at top of the league and just cruise at home.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to be playing them. They're the one team I wouldn't want to be playing whoever I was at the minute because I think they're just enjoying themselves too much. Haaland just has that swagger back, because let's be honest, like he had that injury, didn't he, and stuff, which has little niggle. He just looks like he's fully on fire, that kid. So and all the rest of them, Foden, even if one of them's not playing well, there's about 4 or 5 others. And do you know what the funny thing is with City at the minute? There's a load of them that are young. Like young as hell.
Yeah, which is just scary. It's scary in that if they hang around at City, or does it just boost to their value and one or two of them take off big signings and City need that, don't they? The amount of money they spend, they got to sell someone
at some point. Yeah, at some point.
Crazy though. Yeah.
Well, this is the other thing with City as well at the minute. Did you hear the noise about Guardiola?
No.
About
gone, is he?
About him not. So this will be his last season. The rumor. He's not confirmed it or denied it, but he just said this noise.
Yeah.
I've said it before, and I've been here, and he has. They have done noise like this, and he sort of used it and ended up with a very nice contract that's offshore.
Yeah.
But I actually I think there's everything has a shelf life. I think his tenure has a shelf life, and he has said that. He said, I'm not going to be here forever, so they're going to have to find somebody, which they were actually saying, the rumours came that they were going to be after Maresca from Chelsea. I don't think that's the right way.
Yeah, right.
But I do think that if Guardiola wins the league this year, I think that's his swan song. Unless they offer him a full oil rig or something like that.
Yeah.
Another oil rig. But I think if he wins it, he waves goodbye and says, thank you very much, loved it.
And you got to do that, Day. And I think Klopp did that at Liverpool really well, even though they won the league the season after he left. He built it to the solid club he said he would and knew when to get out.
Of course. Yeah. Alex Ferguson did the same. Alex Ferguson knew he was overachieving that last season with United. I don't care what anyone says. They overachieved. There's no way how he won that league that season, really. He probably doesn't realise with the squad. He knew that he couldn't do it again. He didn't. So he's like, fucking hell, that's a hot potato. Somebody else have that because you deal with it.
And I guess it's like players. You got to know when to step away.
Of course you have. Yeah, leave the football before football leaves you. That one.
Yeah.
Very good, wasn't it? That one.
That's the one, yeah.
But I honestly think he'll go out on a high and say, right, I've won the league again. What? Because the other thing becomes, and I commend him for this, is doing it again with the energy. So you're re-energizing and doing it again. Re-energize. There's only so many times you can go again.
Yeah.
And rebuilding a squad, I'd say this is probably his third, maybe, way of rebuilding a squad after sort of like the De Bruyne's and before that with the Aguero going and stuff. I sort of go, has he got the energy to see these through? I'm not so sure.
Yeah, it'd be tough.
I'm with him on that. But it's going to be interesting anyway, because they look like they're on fire. They do look like they're on fire. Wolves and Brentford, Wolves are doomed, aren't they?
I feel sorry for the poor bastards. 2 weeks ago against Arsenal was their chance to just do something special. And the heartbreak of that just showed in that game against Brentford. They looked bloody soulless.
I think they just lived for that game. They've gone, well, we tried.
Yeah.
That was our cup final. We lost that, so I'll leave it.
I'm just looking at when it was. It was 0-0 at half time. Yeah. 63rd minute. They got to 63 minutes at 0-0.
And then just running out of it, aren't they? Running out of legs. They've no one to fire it. If you actually, this might sound stupid now, but if you look at the defence, they look like they're defending for their lives, which they should be doing. Obviously, they are defending for their lives. I kind of commend them for that in the defending side. But then at some point, you need help. You need somebody to be putting it back in the back of the net, or
that's it.
Taking grabbing the ball by the horns up front and doing you a favour. There is no one. None of them.
Yeah, they just
It's dead up front. But then Brentford are just ticking over. They're not like taking any accolades really or anything. Brentford are.
Yeah.
I think they're probably,
where are they? They're mid-table now.
They're
What are they?
they're
12th.
under 12, yeah. But I don't. He seems all right. Him, the manager they've got, but I couldn't tell you many of the players anymore. You know,
No, I was literally just going into the app to have a look at who's still there.
Like I watch them and I think I know none of these guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
But hey ho, that's up to them, innit?
Lewis Potter was the goal scorer.
Lewis Potter, yeah, but I honestly couldn't tell you whether they're good. I don't sit there and religiously watch Brentford, which is probably wrong on me of having a football podcast, us two, and not.
Yeah,
but you can't watch every game anyway.
Not unless you want to be an insomniac.
Yeah, I'm a weirdo. But I think to myself, I said it the other week, didn't I, about the sort of the teams I have sort of affinities to and stuff, like the Villas and the Newcastles, the Leeds. You want them seeing, and even though Leeds they're not taking any prizes right now, except for the last game they did well, but they're not taking any prizes right now. But you still don't mind watching them. I can't be arsed watching.
Yeah, nah.
It's just a bit horrible. But...
Nah, I'm with you on that.
Arsenal and Everton 1-0. Honestly, I honestly believed I was going to be right. It was going to be Grealish. Grealish first goal scorer 2-1. I was nowhere near. Two goals away. But I actually think Everton quite easily could have got something out of that game.
Yeah, towards the end too, the last 10 minutes, it looked like they were gonna nick a draw there. Yeah, Arsenal looked like they were defending for their life in that last 10 plus injury time.
They did. They looked like they were just, for me, they were missing passes, they're misplacing passes, they were hitting them over or away, and that's not like Arsenal like that. It's as if they were flapping, and we're sort of like this side of Christmas. When was it Gary Neville said that they were bottle jobs? It looked like they were bottling it, but in a game, and I'm thinking, Jesus, lads, like this is not actually a game. Like this is not.
I think they're feeling the pressure of City playing before them, and going ahead on the table, and they're playing like that team, trying to protect that top of the table rather than just the flow they've had for the first, 15 odd games where they were just, apart from when Liverpool beat them, but when they were ruthless.
Well, they're on about like Gyökeres up front. I've seen some interviews about Gyökeres up front. He's an all right player. And they just seem to have this thing. They can't get a elite level striker, can they? Like if you put Haaland in the Arsenal team now, they'd be fucking unbeatable.
Yeah, incredible. But I'm not a fan. They let him take the pen just so he could finally score a goal.
I know. That's it. He's all right, isn't he? He's come from a league, and I think there's a lot of that at the minute this season. You've got Gyökeres at Arsenal. You can't say he's doing much. He's popped up with the odd goal and he's put himself a bet, but you can't say he's been a massive success. You've got that Sesko at United who looks shit.
Yeah,
and I'm being kind just with that. So when we were on about Voltemada before, out of them all,
makes him look a bit better, doesn't it?
He'd be the best signing out of all these strikers at the minute. Like Isak.
Oh, except Ekitike.
Oh, Ekitike. Sorry, he's definitely the best. Yeah, sorry, he is. Yeah. But that Voltemada in that you would say he was the sort of the surprise package.
Out of those other two you mentioned, he's well ahead of the other two you mentioned.
So we mentioned the Leeds game then. Leeds 4-1. I was surprised, massively surprised at that 4 goals. Palace have been well drilled.
And it was 3-0, wasn't it?
4-1.
Yeah, 4-1, but it was 3-0 to the 90th minute.
Oh yeah, shit, yeah. I didn't see that bit.
Palace got a pen in the second minute of extra time, and then Leeds got one in the 11th. So they've just the one on the scoreboard from Palace flattered them a little. Because Leeds just... I was watching that. I was flicking between that and I think the Liverpool game was on at the same time. I was flicking back and forwards. They just demolished them.
But Palace have been well drilled. And they've had them rumours this week about Oliver Glasner, obviously, that he's not going to renew his contract. But he's not confirmed or denied it as such. He had a bit of a pop at the board, obviously, which never goes down too well. about your employers. But, you know, I was surprised at that one because Leeds are all right. Leeds are doing okay. They're not, I wouldn't say they're a bad team at all. They can easily win it. They can easily win a game, but they can easily lose it as well. But Palace have been well drilled. And for them to be 3-0 down, you know what I mean? And you've got that three at the back with the Matt Gay. I was surprised at that. So I don't know whether it's just an off day or whether the rumours have started swirling or, you know, whether January's up for grabs and there's people that are looking at them. Because there's a lot of players in that Palace team that people are admirers of. Gahey being one, Adam Wharton being another. You know, I don't know, are people's heads being turned? It's only a one-off game, really, but they're not turned up every week.
Yeah, I saw some, and you never know what to believe, but there was, you know, reports that Liverpool will go at Gay again in January. So
they've got to.
We'll see.
Let's go on about the Liverpool one, though, which was the Spurs-Liverpool game, which I thought was one of the worst games of football I've ever seen, especially this season. But I mean, I'm probably because it's the most recent. But I thought it was terrible. Stop, start. You know, I thought Liverpool's play, the passing is crap. Liverpool used to. Liverpool used to have like a rap, pass and move. It's the Liverpool groove. They pass and admire the pass. They don't actually freaking move. And I'm like, it was it was so frustrating. But I think Spurs were massively shit. I think they were terrible. They were just trying to hurt and bully and grind a result. I get it. You've got to grind results out at times. But that game of football, which I thought was going to be quite entertaining because Spurs have always been an entertaining side. That's why they have a lot of admiration. People usually like Spurs, you know, just to watch them because they provide entertainment. They were terrible. They provided nothing other than bullshit, really.
It was... Richarlison confirmed himself as the biggest fucking grub in world football.
Gobshite. Absolute gobshite. He plays with an attitude, doesn't he?
He plays with an attitude that is well higher than his fucking skill.
Yeah, it is.
But I love when he celebrates against Liverpool because he's nicked a late goal thinking he's done something amazing, then we fuck him over.
Yeah, exactly.
Did it when he was at Everton.
Annoying prick. But me.
Yeah. But it was the Spurs tactics to how there was two red cards in the end. One was a second yellow, but there should have been a third red card. Some of those fucking tackles, that tackle on Van Dijk was fucking appalling.
Yeah. Don't think he meant it though. Like he did mean it. Like he meant it because you don't just do that. The way it was, so I've heard people say he didn't mean to do it. He did actually mean to do what he did. He didn't mean to hurt him, which there's a difference.
Yeah.
You know, there's going in and really hurting someone, but there's going to he meant to do that, but not. He didn't want to hurt and injure his mate because they play together at international level. But either way, you can't do that. Like that hurts. That it doesn't look. It's not one of them where you go clattering in like that and you're sweeping the legs and it looks. At first, it looked like a little bit of nothingness, but that thing. But then as you see it again, that'll hurt that. Like and they're naughty, they're silly. It was stupid, really.
Yeah, and the tackle on Isak, which is confirmed he's now fractured his leg. But anyway, we got away with the win. We're playing against 9 at the end and looking fucking shaky.
Oh, no, honestly, I felt nervous for Liverpool, at the end. For that last sort of 9, when it said 9 minutes, I thought, that's the last thing Liverpool need. They was terrible.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was horrid.
I mean, that tackle on Isak, I'm like that with it. It's quite, clumsy as in like he's going for it. But what's he do? Not go for it? Like, the guy's going to score.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So he's got to go for it. Again, is he gone for injuring him? I'm not so sure he has. He's done that, but it's reckless.
Yeah, you'd want to hope that no one's out there to injure people, but
unless you're Roy Keane and that, you know what I mean. But I don't think he's gone for that. But he's a central defender. For me, he should be going for that ball. However you can stop that ball going in the back of the net, go for it. But it's one of them where you think, fucking it, like, it is quite reckless. But fucking hell, back in the day, I've seen a lot worse tackles than that. A hell of a lot worse tackles than that. But I did feel sorry for Isak because he got that goal. It was took well, and I thought, you had said it in commentary, right? No, you can kick on, and you're thinking when it first happened, I thought, just get up your pussy, celebrate your goal because you didn't really realise what had actually happened, and I thought, get up your pussy, celebrate, come on, let's go for it, and he stayed down. And you think, wow, yeah, that doesn't look right.
And one of was who was it? Fucking screaming in his face. One of the Spurs players.
It would have been Romero or something like that.
Pretty much telling him he's a pussy, get up.
Yeah.
That's who it was.
He's a tit, him. He is a tit, isn't he?
Anyway.
But, gob shy.
Anyway, got the win, got the 5th.
Yeah. The grinding results. I don't know what it is with Liverpool. I think it's the mentality that they're like, it went to 9 men and it should be like, oh, easy. A bit of an attitude problem in a way. Like when it's 9 men, they're there for the taking. That 9 men have stepped up, so they're all now playing at about 110% because they know they've got to. But Liverpool have gone down to 90. Ben.
Yeah,
and that's not how it should be. You've got to match that person's mentality, and that's where
you should be scoring at will against 9 men.
I know, especially there as well. I know crap they actually were, but right. Obviously, the one thing that I would say with going on about the January transfer window, what do Liverpool do there now with Isak? Does that mean that I think they'll go for Semenyo? There's other rumours that other people are going for him as well, which should do. But
I think so. I mean, he's had surgery, so you wouldn't imagine he's back this season.
No, not anytime soon, is he?
Or very late in the season. And it's, if we're going to go back to a 4-4-2 like we've discussed, who plays that other striking role, or how does Salah fit into that if he stays?
I know. This is another one though. Could Salah go more central now? I mean, he's played out there on that wing for all this time. But Messi did it. This is my thing with Salah and the sort of legends and that. You look at the Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi. They never played one position for all their lives.
Exactly.
They played all different ways.
Yeah. So
if Salah's that good, he should be able to.
So if there's no signing, that's probably the option, isn't it?
I don't see why.
I don't think Chiesa's because I don't think Chiesa's your week in, week out striking partner.
He looks like a super sub, doesn't he? He comes on to mix it up, get that energy level up. And I've got to say, I absolutely love his energy levels. And that were
brilliant.
That were another annoying part of the Liverpool game. When he come on, he gets that energy and he's all over, but he's looking around him and going, are you fucking all coming with me or not? And I think he looked like he was on his own. And I thought, what a bunch of wankers is that? If that were your team, and you've just come on and you're going, I know he's got more energy because he's just come on, but at least come with him. It's one for all and all for one. And I don't feel like that
with
Liverpool at the minute, and that's what's a bit annoying about them. At least the other people seem to be. If Liverpool get that bit together, then I think they're going to be a very good force, a big force to be reckoned with. But it just seemed like they're fragmented.
Yeah.
Fucking pussy. Right. So next we've got our 5-a-side team. So we're going to pick our 5-a-side team, and this is obviously our Christmas 5-a-side team. But this is for a 5-a-side team for current players only in the EPL. So the current EPL players, who would you be picking for your 5-a-side team? Goalkeeper is separate. So 5 players, goalkeeper is separate.
Yep.
You want to talk me through your
All right. I will. First picked Haaland, for sure.
Right, well, we might as well do this. I've picked him as well.
Yeah. I mean, he picks himself.
Yeah.
He picks himself. He'd be in your 5-a-side, your 7-a-side, your 11-a-side. He'd be in my 1-versus-1.
Yeah, I was just going to say if it's 1v1, I'm having him because he'll just shoot from anywhere and break the net. Simple. So, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I've got him too.
So, yeah. All right. So, we got agreement on Haaland.
Yes.
Pick I've put on my list. My second one I picked was Declan Rice.
Ooh, I nearly had Rice and then I bumped. How have you set up your five-a-side, though? Are you just all running all over the place, or you have been sort of a striker, 2 and 2?
I sort of picked sort of one out and out up front, three midfielders, but one that could defend, and then a defender.
Right, I've got one striker with my Haaland. I've got 2 midfielders, like attacking midfielders, 1 defender midfielder, and 1 defender. So, right, good.
Yeah.
Right, so go on. So, who
yeah,
you got?
So Rice. And then my player who's midfield but can play, has proven he can play in the back, is Dominic Szoboszlai.
Oh, yeah, like that one. Yeah.
Yeah, great skill. He's filled in at right back this year, just all heart. Then I had Phil Foden.
Right, yeah. He's
just lots
definitely
of energy.
come back on. He's definitely come back on up the list, and he's back on fire again. He looks sharp. He looks hungry. He's getting goals again. Yeah, the old Foden's back, I think.
Yeah, and then the defender I had, and this was I toyed with this one, and I didn't know whether I was toying it through past seasons or not. But I had Saliba or Van Dijk as my back. And I started with Van Dijk, and I was like, but does he fit my five-a-side? And probably not. I think Saliba from Arsenal, I think this year has just been a more solid defender than Van Dijk. If it was last season, Van Dijk straight in.
I'm with you on that. Van Dijk for me is nowhere near. Absolutely. Like, I've done it only based on this season, and I've gone on sort of like who's the man of who's the five-a-side team I'm picking right now. You know what I mean? Who's the ones I'm picking right now? And for me, the interesting thing is Van Dijk came into mind and it's always because of the history, isn't it? And like you're thinking, oh well, he was but I think he's been shocking. I think he's been as bad as Konate. The only difference with Van Dijk this season is that he can ping a pass, like Rudel it from anywhere. And honestly, and I mean, it's a shame to see. And I know Rooney got a load of abuse because he said, well, they've signed a new contract and gone backwards. But I agree with it. He has signed a new contract and gone backwards. Like, and as that played a part, I honestly think human mentality and age factor and things like that pick up. But just because you've done it in the past doesn't mean you're going to do it in the future.
Exactly.
He took a chance and stuff. But for me, Van Dijk, I think he's been absolutely shocking, if I'm honest, this season.
Yeah.
He's found out a lot.
Yeah.
But right, my five-a-side. So I've got the Haaland up front. I've gone with 2 attacking midfielders, and I've gone with Ryan Cherky at City.
Yep.
I think he is lively. Every time I watch him, I think he's going to do something. He's just that lively player. I think he's doing something, this guy. He's doing something. So Cherky, and I think for the money they paid him, I know you guys were linked with him. Well, I think City have got a steal on the hand. He looks a player. So I've got Ryan Cherky. But then I've also got, so I was thinking Foden, but then I started thinking about, hang on a minute, Morgan Rodgers. And if I'm England now, I'm picking Morgan Rodgers over Foden. And that's how good Foden has been that good, but that's how good Morgan Rodgers is at the minute. So I've got Cherky Rodgers firing it in. And then just behind them, I've got Reece James, because I can have him playing about and playmaking and stuff like that, because I just think Reece James is a fantastic player. I think he could play midfield better than a Trent could, but he's actually a better right back as well. And I think that's why Trent's never really been a number one for England in that position. But Reece James, and then I've got William Saliba. I couldn't look beyond him. I was looking at Gahey. There was another guy I was looking for. I can't remember him off the top of my head now. Guardiola, City. He's gone into the centre now, and I think he's been playing well, and he can play out left. And I thought he's a good player, but Saliba for me, I think, he was one. But do you know what was interesting? Of all the positions on my five-a-side, I struggled the most with the centre backs or the defenders, and that tells you something. There's not a lot of great defenders about at the minute. Like, there's no Rio Ferdinand, John Terry. Those players are not about for me. There's no standout. Well, even the Van Dijk, like we say, he has been great. He's not now.
Yeah.
So I think there's a big lack of centre backs really at the minute.
Yeah, it was the hardest one to pick. I mean, Saliba, was the first that came to mind. And then I was like, but who else could it be? And the only other one that came to mind for me was Van Dijk.
Well, I was looking between Saliba and, because I think Saliba and Gabriel are the best partnership in that centre-back. But obviously, Gabriel's not been playing, and I'm going, well, who else is there around him? And that, is it Hincapi or whatever he's called? He's been playing all right, as well as, but Saliba's the main guy, so you've got to go with the main guy, haven't you? But, do you know, I wanted to give a special mention to the Chelsea player, Trevor Chalobah.
Yeah.
He's having a great season there. He looks
having
assured,
a blinder.
only young, looks very good, very assured. I think I looked at it the other day, and he's played 16 games this season up to now.
Yeah, I was just pulling up his stats.
I think he's only ever played 18 before. I think he's only played 18 before, so he's on a blinder. He's scored 3 goals. He's popping up, but he looks good. And Chelsea are doing all right as well. And I think because of the amount of money that Chelsea have spent, the players they've brought in, for him to be there and doing what he's done, I think that's commendable. So hopefully, from an England point of view, he carries on that trajectory as well. So, yeah, I wanted to give him a special mention because he just looks assured. He looks good. So I'm quite pleased with him.
Just looking at his stats, 99 appearances, he scored 10 goals. So, you know, if he's popping up one every 10 games and knocking one in on average.
Yeah,
mate, that's what you want from your centre backs.
Exactly. But yeah, they look good. And the other guy, he's because he had a torrid time when he first went to Chelsea. That Fofana. Again, he looks all right. They're still settling him in as a team, Chelsea. I just have a feeling that they sort of just tighten it up a little bit, Chelsea. They could be a frightening outfit. They're good ones to see. They're always there, but they've got the crux of a very, very good team. Chelsea, very good. They've got a very good squad. They could be very frightening, Chelsea. Should we go on to goalkeeper?
Just look. Yeah, you look at their starting team. It's just scary. Who they got?
It is. Who would you choose for your goalkeeper then, for your five-a-side that you're going to end up with 6 in it because you're choosing a goalkeeper? Because we're not having flying netters. Who would you choose as your goalkeeper right now?
I'd probably still take Alisson.
Would you?
Yeah.
Wow. Take them rose-tinted glasses off, bro.
And that might just be all from the heart, but I'd probably still take
There's a lot of heart there, if you ask me. Do you know what? I've got another one with him. I know I say it about Salah, but do you know, Alisson gets a lot of praise. He's been the best goalkeeper for a number of years. He has. But he's made a few mistakes as well, you know, down the line.
Oh, he's plenty of mistakes.
He's prone to a lot of it, and I think he wouldn't have got away with that back in the day. Do you know what I mean? But I chose Donnarumma. I chose Donnarumma, mate.
Yeah.
And the reason being is, before he came, you know, and the young lad Trafford was in there, who's a very, very good goalkeeper. He played for my team, and we didn't want him to go because he was very, very good. But you knew he was going to be on to better things and stuff, which was good luck to him. But they looked weak, City, with him in the net. He didn't look assured. He weren't ready for it, I don't think.
Yeah.
Put Donnarumma in there, they just look solid. And they'll leak a goal, but he just looks like they're assured. He's got them right. And I think Donnarumma, with his... he's massive and all, isn't he? He looks massive. I think Donnarumma, for me, at the minute... He's a freak. A big reason why City are the way they are, they've got sort of, no risk factor with him being there. It's just good. I wouldn't want to... He's another one. I look at City all over the park. I don't see a weakness anywhere. And that's the difference.
Yeah.
Whereas when you put a Trafford... You take that goalkeeper and put Trafford in, you've got a bit of a weak link. Or you've got something that you can at least aim for. Even though Trafford is good, he's just not ready for it.
Yeah.
And the other guy, David Raya, the Arsenal keeper, I just find him a weirdo. I think he's a weird keeper. He's very, very good, but I'm not sure he's a... I'm not sure I'd want... I'd choose a Donnarumma, I'd choose an Alisson over him. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, even when we dropped Ramsdale for him, I was like, I don't know if I prefer Ramsdale, but he's done well and stuff like that. And he's Spanish, so Arteta likes him. But for me, I think he's a weird keeper. I never feel fully assured with him.
Yeah. Yeah, I see that. Totally the same on that one.
So that's a funny one, isn't it? A funny one. But they're two very good five-a-side teams. I mean, we're not going to be beating them if they play against us, are we?
We could probably beat them with 11 of us. Could we?
What? Two teams of 11 against them?
Yeah.
Fucking hell, and he's a nightmare, him. Right, should we do predictions for upcoming games?
Yeah, let's roll.
It's not actually our Boxing Day, is it? So back home, there's always boxing, like obviously in the UK.
Yeah, 7 o'clock the 27th.
So we're going to have to get up early, us guys up here, aren't we? So,
yeah, which is what, United Newcastle.
What are you thinking?
Look, I've gone with United. Much as we've just fucking shit talked them.
Well, do you know what
I just think...
I looked at a lot of these and I kept thinking, I kept in my head going, it's going to be that team, it's going to be that team. And then I realised I was actually not picking who I thought was going to win. I was picking who I wanted to win.
Yeah.
You know, and that's like Newcastle. And I'm going,
that's why I never win tipping comps that I've been in. Because it's like, well, I don't want fucking City to win, so I'll go for Nottingham Forest.
Hey, you did well then as well, because you're not allowed to say Notts Forest. Do you know that?
Aren't you?
They'll go off the tits. Nottingham Forest fans, if you go Notts Forest, because there's Notts County. So if
on my app here, it's NOTT''M Forest. Oh, well, can we call them Nottingham Forest?
Nottingham Forest. Yeah. But if you call them Notts Forest, yeah, they'll go off the tits. It's Nottingham Forest. Yeah. So yeah, you've done. Yeah. So well done to you, because there's a lot of English people that wouldn't have done that.
Tick.
There's a lot of professionals who.
Yeah. So I've gone.
Wankers.
Fuck. So what have you? Have you gone United, Newcastle?
I've actually gone Newcastle just because Fernandes is injured, isn't he? Bruno Fernandes is injured. I think, and he's a funny old player again. I'm not a lover of him, if I'm honest. I think he's fantastic, skillful wise. I don't think he's a leader. He's not the sort of person that leads by example, but he's highly skillful. I heard the other day that someone said he's not a top 6 player. I think he could be, but again, it's his attitude. I think his attitude ruins him. The way he carries them about, it's like a bit of a foreign way of playing, and I'm very used to sort of the old English, the Paul Inces of this world in the middle of the park. I want him to crash in and get up and never say die. He pisses about and walls about, and I think, but he's got the skill set level of the very, very best.
Yeah, agree.
For me,
he just comes across as a right dickhead.
Yeah, and it's a shame, because he's got a lot for him. I mean, he probably thinks the same about me and you, but fucking we're not.
Yeah.
We're not.
Well, that's
on his radar.
That's his loss, isn't it?
Exactly.
That's absolutely his loss.
He's not at the beach on Christmas Day, is he? We might be now, actually.
If he wants to come on as a guest for us, he's more than welcome. Tell him to his face he's a dickhead.
Yeah, I mean, I would as well, because what's he going to do over the internet?
Yeah. He'll probably still dive and say we hit him.
I know. But I think they'll still miss him, United. I think they do heavily rely on him.
Yeah, 100% they will.
They heavily rely on him. Even if they're playing shit, he pops up with a goal. So, yeah, I think United will miss him. I think Newcastle have got a lot to prove. It's Boxing Day. It's one of them Boxing Day back home. It's one of them that anything can happen games. But I like seeing the United and Newcastle fixture as well. So there's usually a bit of a bit about that one. So, yeah, I've gone with
always entertaining.
I think City all day. City all day on the Nottingham Forest and City game.
Absolutely.
They're not messing about.
I'm actually tipping Brighton to beat Arsenal.
Hey, is that because you want them to, or you actually think they are?
No, I just after watching the last couple of Arsenal games and them just clinging on, it can't keep happening.
I'm with you.
Look, it's probably a long shot, and if out of all the teams I've tipped, it's not the one I'm the most confident with. But and this is not about Brighton, I feel, being the winner. I think Arsenal will be the loser.
Makes sense. That could easily happen. I think it could easily happen. I think I can't look past Arsenal on that game, mate. I can't look past Arsenal on it, because Brighton are not doing much this season. They don't look fantastic at all. They're not like the Brighton of old. They're going through a little bit of transition. They've not got that sort of killer player for me, that killer edge. I think Arsenal have got too much around the pitch to deal with Brighton. They should listen. Arsenal should easily beat Brighton anyway, but I get
easily
what you're saying. I don't disagree with, but I'm not looking past Arsenal on that game. I don't disagree.
You know what? I'm changing mine to a draw, not a Brighton win.
So if we're putting an accumulator on today, what we're putting on?
Yeah, I'm putting a draw. I think Arsenal are going to lose that game, and by losing it, lose points.
Yeah, so they're going to drop points. Rather, I think that's probably a more likely result. Actually, yeah. I'm going to go. I'm still going to stick to Arsenal, but yeah, I'm with you on that. I get you.
Yeah.
Brentford, Bournemouth. That might be the one I give a miss this week.
I didn't really fucking care, but I went for just Brentford because they're at home.
That's fair play. I actually like Bournemouth though. I have both of them two teams. I think they probably should be in the Championship anyway, but so be it. But I actually quite like Bournemouth, as in they're just such a small club. I love an underdog. You know what I mean? I don't know underdog when they're playing Brentford is not the right way. But I like that Semenyo. I think it's his last chance to sort of. He could say, I think he's going in January, wherever he goes, I don't know. But I think he's going in January. I can see him playing this game. It could be his last, couldn't it?
Yeah. And it could put an extra 10 mil on his transfer fee.
Exactly, that's it. And I think he could score and say goodbye. I'm going to go with Bournemouth on that one. I'm going to Bournemouth on that.
Well, I'm sticking with Brentford for no reason other than they're at home.
We're just going against each other now, just for the crack. You know what I mean? Burnley, Everton.
I'm going for the arseholes in this one.
Yeah.
They're looking okay, as we said. Grealish is added a new dimension to that team. I felt they matched it with Arsenal for a lot of that game.
I do.
So I think they'll make us.
I just want to make a point here as well about Jack Grealish. I think he's. I see the more I see of Jack Grealish, not just as a football player. I see that he did this charity thing again the other day. I think he's got his sister. I think it is. He's got a disability. But he does a hell of a lot. Jack Grealish. You always see him doing charity stuff, and he always seems decent as a bloke. Do you know what I mean? Like, he'll go over to the kids and give them a shirt or shake their hand or speak to them or the mascots. He makes a bit of a fuss about them. And I think things like that they get missed. You know, they're just seen as the millionaires and they should be doing it anyway. But I think he'd do it if he had no money anyway. I don't know him. I've never spoke to him. But you can sort of get a vibe from someone, can't you? And there's no ex-players really speak less about him. I just think he's a fantastic person to have around. I'd love him to get back into the England squad. I'd love him to bully him his way in. I think his only problem is his drinking habits and stuff. You know, I think he's got that party attitude as well. That I don't mean a problem in his private life. I mean a problem with him, his professionalism through the eyes of certain managers. He's probably having too much banter. But I'd love him to just knuckle down on that side and just crack on with it. You know what I mean? It's a shame, but I commend it.
Absolutely.
I think he's a fantastic player to watch. Love it. But doing stuff like that, that's the stuff that, karma is a real thing, and that karma will come back to him tenfold at some point. I hope it does anyway. But I'm going with Everton as well. I
100%.
think they've got a lot of good players in there. They're doing well. They look assured. Just keep going. I think they look half decent. West Ham, Fulham.
Who have I gone?
I've gone Fulham on this. Oh, good. Man.
Yeah.
West Ham are struggling, man.
Yeah.
They
are. Where are they sitting now? What are they? 18th with 13 points, 3 wins.
It's mad.
In 17 games.
You've got, what's it called? Fulham have they only just got that thingy back as well? That guy, Jimenez.
Did he play?
Raul Jimenez. Because he scored the other day, but I've not really heard a lot about him.
No. I was just going to go back. Did he play the week before that as well? Or was that his first run back?
Do you know what I mean? Because he's a very good player. I'm just trying to see what his stats are. Oh no, he's played 12, so he's been there or thereabouts. He's only missed 4 games.
But I think the last game was his first back after a few.
Yeah, but he looks good. He's a good player. And then they've got your man. What's he called? That Tony Robinson. He's just come back off a bad injury off the back. So Fulham are getting some decent Anthony Robinson. Sorry, he's called. But they're getting some good players back into the squad, and they actually look all right. Fulham. They're not a bad team, I don't think. They're not going to be world beaters. But they can do a bit, and I think they'll turn West Ham over.
Yeah, same. We'll get
Chelsea
Villa. Man, this was the one I struggled with.
I struggling like hell with it. I want Villa to win because I want them to stay up there. But at some point, they just keep winning. At some point, that's going to end, and I go, oh, Chelsea away. But Chelsea, again, they'll batter someone one week. They come to the same team doesn't turn up the week after.
Yeah, they're so hot and cold.
Villa to win. I want Villa to win it, so I'm going to go with Villa because I want them to win. I'm going to stick.
I've gone for Villa as well.
Yeah, because I think Chelsea are more vulnerable than Villa are, even though it's at Chelsea, and I don't think Chelsea give a shit where they play. They either do or they don't wherever they go.
Well, they've only got plastic fans anyway, so there's no real home crowd advantage, is there?
Ooh. Don't hold back on that, yeah. They're miles away from you. You can say what you want, Trent. They're miles away. Not fucking swimming here, are they?
Yeah.
That's right. Sunderland Leeds.
Sunderland Leeds. Where did I pick in this one? Where's my little list?
I've picked Sunderland.
I went for a draw. I actually went for a draw.
Yeah, a draw was a good one. I just don't go for draws.
Yeah. I was like, I can't. It's probably going to be a nil-all snooze fest.
It'll be 5-5 now.
I don't know. I think Leeds might have. Leeds scored all their goals last week.
I know, yeah, that's the thing. And do you know what? That Calvert-Lewin, for me, he'll turn up one week and not the other. I think that's the way he is. But I think Sunderland at home, that crowd, they're buzzing, aren't they? They're happy days. They're buzzing the crowd. So I'm going for Sunderland.
Have you heard the one Calvert-Lewin's like a tampon, in 1 week, out 3?
Dirty pig. You dirty pig.
Yeah.
You can tell you're in your Christmas spirit. You're coming out with them all today.
Yeah.
I think you've had a beer for your
fucking end of year. Everyone's getting
Get them told. Well, he's definitely someone who's not going to be coming on the show now, is he? The fucking tampon.
Yeah. Well, the invite's extended.
Oh, heaven, to a few more.
No strings attached.
No strings. Dirty pig. Wow. Palace Spurs.
I'm going for Palace.
Yeah. I think Palace will get back to winning ways.
And Spurs have what? They've got Romero out. They got the guy who tried to murder Van Dijk out.
Van der Ven. No, Simmons.
He's a fucking. What's his name?
Simmons.
Yeah.
He's not really. He's not done much, has he, since he turned up at Spurs?
Nah.
I thought he would have done a lot better.
So I'm going Palace. They'll get back on track.
Yeah, I think they will do as well, mate. I think they'll do exactly the same.
But
there we go. I think.
Liverpool. You forgot Liverpool Wolves, but that probably answered itself.
Yeah, I'm going, obviously, Wolves. Nah, go on Liverpool.
If Liverpool give Wolves their first win of the season, I'm fucking done.
Cancelled. You got. I tell you what, if they lose, you've got to buy an Everton top.
I would never go that far.
I was going to test your metal there, bro. That's the one.
I'd buy one to burn it.
Oh, naughty boy.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about burning something else then, but we shouldn't on this one. We've got to keep it all fun and games, haven't we?
Yeah. That's it. So that's our round.
That's our round for this week. So, and then we've got obviously games on New Year's Eve and stuff. So we'll do them ones next time. But I think it might be worth finishing this episode off with just saying how shit England are at cricket.
Look, it's fantastic.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah. It's it was just wow. I didn't.
At least give it a go. Do you know what I mean? Like, at least give it a go. We were watching it
I
on
did
the
like
other
to
day.
hear that they. I did like to hear that after the Brisbane match, they all took off on a 6-day bender.
Well, someone said they said the other day, I hope it wasn't just like a big stag do. Well, what do you think it sounds like? Do you know what I mean? They've come over here. I know you come over here. It's party time. I did the same. You party, but you work as well. You got to do your put your graft in, and I think they've taken the piss.
You know who I feel sorry for is all these diehard English fans who have come to Australia following them and they get about 30 minutes of excitement per 5-day match.
No. That's it.
And the team's just fucking not turning up. And now, match 4, Australia have just gone, the captain's just gone, well, I'm injured, I'm not playing. We're just rolling out the B team now.
Not us, no. I mean, we've got, I've got a few lads coming over for the Sydney, for the Sydney test. So we're going meeting them, and I'm like, we're bothering with the cricket. We're just going meeting up and having something to eat.
Yeah. Oh, look, they'll probably win one from here.
Yeah. Because the pressure's off and it's already done, isn't it?
Restore a bit of pride.
That's the one for me is the pride. But the Australian stag party's started already now, hasn't it? Because you've done and dusted.
100%.
But yeah, I thought we could touch down on that one because it's shocking. It's just annoying that you at least want to keep it open, don't you? Keep the door open so you've got something to look at. But yeah, 3-0 whitewash. A whitewash could be on the cards, really. But well, let's see. Let's hope the pride of the Three Lions kicks in.
Look, for the joy of being able to watch a game that's a dead rubber, it'd be great if it was a contest.
I think you're saying that by just taking the pure piss there, aren't you? But listen, dude, let's go and wrap our presents, and I will see you over Christmas. Enjoy your Christmas dinner.
Absolutely.
I'll ring you when we're on the beach and that. And we'll chat shit again very, very soon. Have a great Christmas, brother.
Sounds fucking amazing.
Much love. I'll squeeze you soon.
Episode 3, we out.
Out.